Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's time for another anime first impression video. Hey guys, if you missed yesterday's live video on the giveaway on the manga, go check it out. I believe there's still one person to claim their items, so make sure you go and check that video out. Give some thumbs up. Thank you so much for everyone who participated. This probably was the biggest one that we've had in ever. We'll have another one in September 15th, so make sure you subscribe if you have not done so you guys can join in. Also, guys, if you want to further support my channel, you guys can always join the Discord or join me on Twitter, on TikTok as well. You can also buy manga and anime at a very cheap price on the description below. There's a link there. You guys can check it out, and you guys can get awesome things. Okay, we're going to start with this first impressions, and this is going to be on the third season of Aggretsuko. It aired, I want to say, like 3-4 days ago in Netflix. I watched the first 2 episodes, and I was very much intrigued, and that's basically it. I didn't watch past that because I wanted to give my first impressions. We follow our lovely Retsuko again in her journey in finding love. That's basically what the anime has really turned into. There's obviously a story in every season of what's going on, but the main thing that I've noticed, it's going to be Retsuko essentially trying to find love in her life. Now, this third season has gotten a lot of comments already on it being dark. I don't understand what that completely means. I have not seen anything that is dark, so I'm going to make some assumptions today that obviously probably will be wrong, but I will make some assumptions just to play with the whole reasoning that this is a dark anime. So Retsuko, we meet her again, and she basically now is obsessed with VR. She has a boyfriend on VR, and she spends all her money, so much that she is left with no money to socialize, no money to do anything. And some of her friends or coworkers actually reach out to her and say, like, what in the world are you doing? Like, you're spending all this money. And I believe it's Feniko that mentions it. And anyways, eventually Feniko also falls into the whole VR system. The whole anime premises, at least from what I got, is that Retsuko hit a car by accident, and the guy that owned the car seems like this very rich leopard guy, and he doesn't wait for the cops. He then does a deal with her privately with the premises of I don't want to mess with insurance, and he puts out a good point. He says, with insurance, you have to, as a defendant, you have to do all the work on your own, and why should the victim be able or be obligated to do all the work when it's your fault? So he basically does an agreement with her where she needs to pay off the money whenever she can, and I think it's 200,000 yen that she owes him, and she only has. She mentions it in the anime, but I'm gonna say like 20,000, if that. And she obviously all her money has gone to the VR. All her money has gone into not the best spending. So she starts trying to hit up some of her friends for the money. She goes to Gori, which is, she basically is. So it doesn't sound like a bad deal, but she just went into a new mortgage and she has no money. And I think she's going to Ashimi, and while she's going to Ashimi, she notices how beat down of a apartment she has. So she decides not to even mess with it, and ends up that this leopard guy throws her a deal. He throws her a bone and essentially says, why don't you work for me? And she, after a nervous breakdown, because she gets in a van with him, drives into this weird neighborhood, goes into this alley. She's like, I'm going to get killed. I'm going to get killed. I'm going to get killed. And she ends up entering a room of idols. And there's these 3 girls that are basically an idol group underground. and very much underground, and he is their producer. He ends up being this crazy producer. Now, that essentially, he tells her, "You're going to be my accountant for this group, and what I pay you, you can pay me off whatever you owe me." So, that's it. That's in a nutshell the first two episodes. There's more stuff in there. Like there's a side story of Haida kind of being bummed out that she is, she's basically ignoring him, and he goes out with, oh gosh, what was his name? The annoying guy from the first season, and he finds out that he has a girlfriend, and they end up in her house. I think in the last episode, and they're both drunk, or not both. Haida's drunk. Yeah, so there's still that little, I guess, backup guy that still loves Ritsuko, but Haida is still a wimp. He hasn't really confessed, and he is there waiting. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. For now, I think it's going to be a great season. What are my assumptions? It can go different ways. I would say that if this is a dark anime, they're going to play on the whole herbivore and carnivore type of deal, right? He might be taking advantage of these little girls. I think the girls were all like rabbits and hamsters, like they were cute girls. So he might be taking advantage of these girls. Or the darkness can be on the whole idol industry, how much they have to endure to get to a point, and when they're at that point that they say, hey, this is the good life, it's still not that good because they still have to practice and do all these other routines that is very heavy on them. That could be where the anime is going direction-wise, or it could be where these girls are brats and they basically treat Ritsuko like trash. I don't know. It can go either way. For now, I'm excited to see what happens with Aggretsuko, the third season. I think if you see it on Netflix, and that's where I'm seeing it, I think it puts it as fourth season. That's because they released OVAs at one point and then called them a season. That's don't listen to Netflix. Netflix is stupid. But anyways, they at least released it for us, and thank you Netflix for releasing anime. They'll be releasing, I think, another one next week, so I'll be giving my first impressions on that one as well here in this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe, comment, like, and share. Again, there is a Discord open for you guys to join, and join me on TikTok and Twitter. I'm giving a bunch of recommendations on TikTok. I'm really working there my butt off to grow bigger and bigger. So if you have not done so by now, make sure you go follow me there as well. Thank you for your love and support, and guys, like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.